something that I use a lot. I take advantage of this. If you have bananas, a lot of people don't like them because they have a lot of these dead leaves. And the banana, the leaf comes from the ground. This whole trunk is part of the leaf. Now, what I do is I use this dried banana leaf to tie up a lot of my plants. And you can tie them and leave it and forget about having to remove the tie. Now, the ties I use this dried material that's on the trunk, and I pull this stuff off, I break it, and this can leave you a bunch of ties. Now this stuff, since it's so strong, should be able to make a pretty good rope too. I haven't seen anybody make twine or rope out of this, but I'm sure the strength of this would make a really tough rope. So I'm going to gather some of this, and it's this dried stuff. That's on the trunk. Here I gathered a bundle of fiber, and what I'm going to do is break it up, break the fibers up. This will get rid of a lot of the chaff that'll come off of it. And to make a twine, I'm going to separate a lot of this. Some of this is still wet, which I don't like working with the wet. A lot of this fiber that's coming off would be not adding to any of the strength of the twine or cordage. And I'm using this to tie plants up. I just take these pieces as is. Rooting cuttings of milkweed, and I have them held together with the banana leaves. Here you can see tied, and this you don't have to worry about, just leave it. Here you can see I did not use them. I have this gardening tape, and you can see here this is tight. It can go, so that's why I just cut it. That's supposed to stretch, but it seems like it's not breaking, and it was done with the stretch. See, that was already embedded into it. That should have been cut a long time ago. Yeah, the banana leaves, you don't have to worry about that. little sloppy, but it's doing the trick. This is a peanut butter bush. Again, here is some more dragon fruit on its trellis, holding them all in place. These long ones are what we want to use. Here I keep a bunch of the banana leaves on my potting table, just so I know where they're at, and I use those to tie up plants. Right here you can see the dragon fruit tied with them. Okay, to make cordage, I'm going to start here, a couple long pieces, twist them and let it bunch. As I'm twisting this, I'm letting the two twist together here. You see this one is running short. We want to keep at least two strands together, so I'll be adding a strand to that one that's shorter. This one's short, you add a strand. That's the strand that was added, that'll be trimmed off. I'm twisting these two the same direction. And when it comes together, they twist by themselves against each other. There is a method where you can roll these on your thigh because they roll the same direction. This is a lot quicker, but you might want to shave the hair off your legs to make it go a little easier. Alright, to test this, I'm going to use this scale, and we'll see what we can get up to. This is for weighing fish. This scale goes up to 50 pounds. So we'll see what if we can max this out. Okay, I'm going to go around this. This will be a high pressure point. That would be where it would break. So we'll go around this a few times and get a knot into this. Okay, I would suspect that would be a point to break. Okay, the other end will tie around a post. Okay, now this is tied to the thinner end. Up here it's pretty thick, so let's see what this thinner part will hold. Okay, broke here. Let's try a thicker part now. Okay, we retied. Let's see what this will do. Looks like we made it up to about 50 pounds.